what's up guys? The new suspicious bush just sneaked its way into the Clash Royale arena. And we're gonna max it out immediately just to play this deck that the rank 55 player in the world is using. Think of the sus bush as a skeleton barrel that's on the ground that explodes on the tower without death damage. Instead of spawning skeletons, it spawns 2 goblins. But unlike a skeleton barrel, it's invisible to everything. The only way to eliminate it before it reaches tower is using spells or splash damage. And since it's 2 elixir, it always gives you a neutral or positive elixir trade. Unless your opponent's smart enough to distract with skeletons or a spirit as soon as it connects to tower. And all of their cheap distractions and captivate their attention with an abundance of spam, the suspicious bush is bound to pop off with a ton of damage and value. It's time to win the election with the W bush and assert dominance. And big bush love to everyone that's supporting the channel with creator code SirTag. All right, let's see if our opponents are prepared for the sus bush. I feel like we are going to be able to hide our bush's intent until they figure out how crazy we are going to be spamming it. So I'm going to go for the bush immediately to force out an Ice Wizard, which is a +1 trade. Also, the Ice Wizard's dead. That enables us to go Princess at the river. He gets his +1 elixir back with the logging the Princess, but we take a little bit of damage from the tower, 300 in fact. So if you guys can identify what we're playing against, it's an Ice Wizard Princess Tesla deck. So, or Princess counter with log. So it might be Expo, it might be Graveyard. I'm going to just say it's Expo. I'm guessing Expo. He doesn't have login cycles, so we went for the barrel, and we shifted our direction around, and there was no counter to be found. We got a lot of damage with the goblins, and we're able to go and drop a suspicious bush here as well. Also, I guarantee you he's going to log this goblin gang. I can't keep that thing alive, but I can go Dark Goblin super far away from the Expo, while the suspicious bush is bound to bait out another counter. So the Dark Goblin is going to stay alive, probably going to get skeleton in a couple seconds. Yeah, as expected. So we're able to make these predictions because we've identified his deck as Expo. We kind of realized that it would probably be Expo after we saw it log with a Ice Wizard. Typically, if they're running Graveyard, they're going to be running Bar Barrel. So you can make that identification pretty early on and then adjust your strategy. But since we figured out our opponent's game plan right now, he's going to have Log and Tornado against our bait deck. We have to use the bush to the best of our ability to force out Ice Wizards for negative elixir trades or get our opponent to drop a log or maybe a tornado, because if he does that, that's where we can take over the game. If he tries to go for skeletons against our suspicious bush, it would work, but we're not going to let him do that because we can arrows the skeletons and win the game. Also, the recruits are rampaging right now. Let's go for the sus bush. Let's go Goblin Barrel on the other side and see what he's going to be cooking, because he probably has to log. Yeah, I mean, he wants to log both sides right now. Wait, can we? Let's go Goblin Gang here because he's going to go Skellies, and he doesn't have log. Yep, Skellies are gone. Super easy prediction out here, and we force the NATO. That is awful for our guy. But making those types of predictions forces extra elixir that he does not want to be spending, because I think we're going to be rear-ending him with the Princess at the river. No! Wait, yes! It worked! Yo, sus bush isn't even going to go near the Expo. It's going to force a Tesla or a Tornado. Yep, forces a Tesla early. Doesn't want to drop that. Really doesn't want to drop that early because it decays over time. And our recruits are just taking their time, eventually approaching our opponent's tower. But man, it's hilarious. All right, we can start to go in for a Dark Goblin here, and then go in for a Princess, and then just start to spam more stuff, because that's how this deck works. You really don't relinquish anything. You force your opponent in the worst possible position by overwhelming them in all angles. The Dark Goblin is still alive. I can't say the same about our homie's chances of winning this one. This is going to be hilarious. We're going to go in for a sus bush as soon as he goes in for a log, and then we can just continuously pile on more pressure. He has to log the left. He has to log the left. What is he doing? He's logging now. We're going to sus bush the right side, and then we can go Princess. The sus bush is actually not going to stay alive, but it's going to force that extra elixir from our opponent too. The Princess! How is that thing here? What is happening? I feel diabolical with this deck. I'm not even joking. This really feels dirty. I can go for Goblin Barrels as well. Force out the log with the sus bush in the right. And then I'm pretty confident that he has to go for a log here. He's not allowed to. Oh, he's going to go Knight. You have to log. You got to log. The sus bush is going near you. You're going to Tesla early. That's huge. If we're able to go Bandit right now and then go recruits after the Tesla expires, that would be huge as well. Or we just Princess. Just Princess, just win, right? No, that Tornado screwed my Princess targeting. That's unfortunate. Anyway, we do have 2 Goblin Barrels here, so there is that. Then I can sus bush probably on the right side because he's likely to be going on the left. And then, yeah, he has to defend the bush. He has to go Tesla there, but he can't. He has to concentrate on the left side too. Oh my gosh. As you can see, the overwhelming pressure that this deck exudes is absolutely unfair, forcing out Teslas and Ice Wizards for +2 and +1 elixir trades all game long. Eventually got us to the point where we were able to pulverize our opponent and steamroll through because he didn't have enough elixir to keep up. The sus bush might seem like it's not doing a lot first, but it's the unsung hero that doesn't get the credit. It baits out your opponent's elixir and important units so they get wrecked by the rest of your deck. And we've pushed our way up to 7,100 in the world. Dude's got Goblin Drill in the banner. Let's go. Team Gravity, it's time to bring you down. So first play is going to go for a Goblin Barrel in the tower. Cannoneer is usually the best tower in the business right now, so it's no surprise that our opponent is playing it as well. Cannoneer is fantastic at shutting down beatdown pushes, but if you're playing against bait or the sus bush, a little bit of a different story, my dude. So we are able to meander our way through with the sus bush to the right. Look at the Lector Spirit, not able to see it. It just goes near the tower. He'll probably go in for a skeleton, so we're gonna make a prediction and go for Princess. Wow, I'm so proud of myself. I identified that he had a Royal Giant deck, and I figured, hey, you're gonna be logging the Goblin Barrel, you're gonna drop skeletons. Then, guess what? Herp to derp. Dude went in for a wizard. So if we make those type of high IQ plays for the rest of the day, we might be able to win with a low skill deck, but mixing some skill into the mix, which is kind of illegal, right? Like when you're running Royal Recruits, you're not allowed to play the game with a brain cell because then it's just unfair for everyone that you're playing against. So I think the game plan right now is sus bush and then get him in a position where he feels super uncomfortable going in for skeletons. Because if you do and you have a sus bush coming at you, you are looking at it and you're like, well, what? Ooh, yeah, he didn't do it. He goes in for a ghost instead. How much damage do I get? Do I get anything into the ghost? I do. I still get damage through the ghost. That's 2 hits on the tower. He dropped 3 elixir. That's illegal. He dropped the ghost directly on top of the goblins and he still took damage into a 2 elixir card. He ran something that has splash damage. Think about it from the perspective of, I drop a solid Dark Prince on a Goblin Drill and I take 0 damage. 4 for 4. He's spending more and getting a bad trade. That's insane. That's actually incorrigible if you're asking me. Maybe you're not, but if you are. Also, I totally anticipated that he would drop some type of spell. I didn't want to get that to happen. So instead, we are going to go for our recruits here, and then we can go for our goblins afterwards. So he'll probably get back to a log. That means that we're going to try to spam him before he's back to it. We'll see if it works. I don't know. It's going to do a lot of damage, though. Oh my gosh, it's still going. It's still rolling. It's still rolling. It's still going. And it's taking its toll. This guy, he is not a happy camper while we're camping here with our suspicious bush. It's so fun to do this. Like, you just look at it go and you watch it deal the finishing blow. Look at that thing. Oh my goodness. It's a beautiful card that Clash Royale added into the arena. And honestly, if you look at all the other artwork for all the other cards in the game, it just feels so out of place. But it's because it's above the other cards. It's better than them. It's stronger. It's superior. That's why it feels out of place, okay, guys? For everyone that thinks that this card has no place in the game. Maybe, you know, honestly, conceptually, it might not be the best thing for the game. The fact that it's able to reach onto the tower without getting targeted by anything unless your opponent drops splash damage or a spell. Like, it's really crazy that they added this type of concept. But it is so fun to play and likely miserable to play against. As predicted, Team Gravity went down, and despite this guy having Royal Giant without us having a building, it was easy. And not just a Royal Giant deck, guy had Electro Spirit, Royal Ghost, Log, and Wizard Evolution against a bait deck. W Bush might make its way into the S tier card category. Despite being pretty slow, right now he's winning the race. All right, we got a game against JC. So hopefully he's just chilling while we meander through with our suspicious bush. So we're gonna be cycling that. Oh, wait, no, he's got the tactics. He's got the tactics. He has uncovered and discovered the reason why we play Clash, the suspicious bush strategy. So W Bush for us, maybe, hopefully. I mean, we did get damage through a Royal Ghost. We got a lot of damage through a Royal Ghost. I don't know how that happened. That's crazy. All right, so getting damage through the Ghost again is awesome. He's gonna have Battle Ram, so it's definitely going to be more of a beatdown centric spam deck with probably like a P.E.K.K.A or Mega Knight. Anyway, we were able to use our own wizardry to vanish the wizard with our princess. +2 trade. We'll take it. Also, we force out a zap, so I wonder if he's ready for our onslaught of aggression here. Sus Bush might be fantastic if we can go in for a Dark Goblin on top of skeletons or something. I'm going to try it. I'm hoping that he drops something else nearby. Dagger Duchess, anything else? No, you're just eating it? Okay, well that's really sus, bro. Why would you eat so much damage? Are you trying to make me happy? Are you trying to give me a present out here, brother? I don't understand, but I appreciate it. So I think it's better for us to just go princess because we can take some damage on that cannoneer tower. We've taken some damage on the other side. If I take 2 rail ghost shots, if I take 3, I'm sad. Oh, that's bad. That wasn't what I wanted. I was thinking like we'd be up an extra rail ghost worth of health on the left. Now the game is a little bit closer than I would want it to be, honestly. But with the cannoneer and the princess, we might be able to bounce through and oh, I thought we were going to deny all damage from the battle room. I thought it was going to explode right before it reached the tower. What is he doing? Oh my gosh! The princess is still alive! That might have been the dumbest interaction I've ever seen in my life. The bandit that he sacrificed for the sole reason of killing our princess did not kill the princess, and then the princess stayed alive. Well, the bandit itself was a bad play. The bad play didn't even work out for it. That is so funny. Okay, so we have to somehow defend this. This is terrible for me. This is actually horrendous. I don't think I can. I actually know that I can't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to not get 3 crown challenge. Yay, go me. So how you do not get 3 crown in Clash Royale is you just stop the things you can. Now we're going to go in for a goblin gang. No, we're going to go try to 3 crown you with the sus bush strategies, bros. I think if we ban it and we get the recruit and the dark goblin, we just win. We just win. You can't stop me. We're all the way up, JC. Oh, that is insane. I cannot believe that this strategy was able to sink the ship of a bridge spammer with Evolved Battle Ram and Evolved Wizard. Defending against an Evolved Battle Ram without a building is beyond brutal. But if you make sacrifices and acknowledge that you can't defend, your opponent might just get 3 crowned. It turns out the best offense is a pretty solid defense too. And we on to the next one against the rank 54 player in the world. Okay, so we have to pivot into playing our best. We kind of messed around a little bit in the other games, but this guy is a little bit better than me. Just a little bit, you know? All right, wait. Homie just dropped arrows? I wonder if we're able to go in for a goblin gang and use the sus bush as a mechanism of tanking a little bit for our goblins. Okay, so this guy's going to be extraordinarily scary with the spooky skeleton king Sir. So if that's the strat that he wants to deploy, I probably need to go in for a princess. Otherwise, those skeletons are ready to wreck me. I wonder if the Dark Goblin survives. All right, cool. Dark Goblin, I don't know why I ever doubted you. You're the homie. Sus push left, Dark Goblin right, and dart through with the bandit. Wait, does he not have elixir? Like, I'm really kind of confused at what's happening right now. Princess survive, please. Oh, you absolute animal. Princess perseveres through everything. In the face of adversity, she overcomes. Okay, this is actually comical. Oh, no. I knew you would do that, and I'm not happy. I'm not a happy camper. I think we lose most of our tower here, guys. Fantastic minor positioning, because I couldn't protect it. I could not protect the tower. No matter where I drop the princess, I just, like, lose, because the targeting would be off. All right, so we have to go in for something to take the tower on the right. I actually don't know if I win this. This is really, really bad. I'm going for a goblin barrel on the left. Hopefully we can snag a tower here, but I cannot use arrows. For the rest of this game, I needed to keep that for the minion horde. This is horrific. You know what? It might be terrific if I sus bush right and he doesn't respond. I wanted to take the tower so dang bad right now. I needed to take the tower for my mental, for my clarity, for the ability for us to win the game. Yeah, let's go. Sus bush in the house, baby. That's the thing, like, the fact that it can take a tower and be a win condition for 2 elixir is absurd. Because every other win condition, like wall breakers, would die to towers. Wall breakers die to the cannoneer. Like, they don't get damage, ever. Okay, so I want to go in for recruits here, and then I want to go and spam. All right, easy arrows value, have to take that. Y'all already know. Let's sus bush out here. It just looks at the stuff, and it just doesn't care. It literally is looking at those archers and saying, we don't care about you. All right, so I'm going to go in for a goblin gang here, and I probably want to go recruits. I don't see any other possibility of being able to defend this. I just eat the mortar shot, and I can't kill the archers any other way. So that's how we're going to play. Sus bush. Sus bush time. W bush. Let's go, guys. W bush, W bush, W bush. It's going to happen. It's going to explode on the tower. I didn't even do it. But the presence, being a mascot, is what propelled us to victory and allowed us to assert utter dominance against the rank 54 player in the world. That felt phenomenal. It just hits different, hitting up some of the best players in Clash Royale with a 3 crown. I knew I had to pivot into playing our best, but I can attest to Sus Bush propelling my motivation to be even better. I'd vote in favor of Supercell buffing the Sus Bush anytime. And that's probably just because I like the card and it doesn't deserve a buff. It's kind of broken. 2 Elixir win conditions are stupidly fun to play. And we got another one from the Crown team. Well, I mean, if you join the Crown team and you get 3 crown like the rest of them, I'll be pretty happy, bro. I'm down for it. I'm down for the crown. So I'm going to go in for the Sus Bush. You guys already know, best way to start the day. Sus Bush time. Oh, he missed the barbell. Just baited out double spells. It just successfully baited out 5 Elixir and his best 2 answers to our deck. You can't even make this up. The Sus Bush is too sus. People try to defend it at all costs, and it costs them everything. I mean, this is comical. He has no Elixir. He is already saying good game. He's like, I hate this. I don't enjoy. Do not recruit me like this, Jake. The thing is, he's playing Balloon, so I don't really have good answers to that. Like, I'm looking at my deck. I'm like, Dark Goblin, I can choose you, but I feel like you're going to get put back in your Pokeball as soon as our opponent has any idea of what to do. So, yeah, Dark Goblin can't counter it if he freezes or drops other stuff. Fortunately for him, he finally realizes that the Sus Bush can get bar barreled, and he did do that correctly. It happens, you know, like new cards, people aren't going to be adjusted to it, and they're going to mess up a lot more. Dark Goblin is going to be fantastic for us on the defensive end, so I'm not really allowed to cycle that. I mean, I can, but it's just a bad decision, so I don't want to be stupid, you know? If you guys feel me, I'm loving trying to activate King Tower here, too. Can the Sus Bush do it? I mean, I think we're just going to lose, so I'm not going to be able to defend that. Sus Bush can activate King Tower, but I'm going to lose the tower anyway, so activating King Tower when you lose a tower, it's not really that good. It's spoiler alert, you don't want to do that. Wait, Dark Goblin is alive? Oh my goodness, dude. There ain't no way that Dark Goblin survived everything. And then we can go Sus Bush in the right just for the memes. I actually think he's going to lose his right-hand tower. If he bar barrels and doesn't kill the princess, that's too funny, man. Now we can go for Goblin Gang in the right. I was envisioning a play where if he bar barreled, broke the Sus Bush, and then the goblins from the Sus Bush protected the princess, that would have been like the most MLG highlight that I was trying to get for content, guys. Do you blame me? Do you blame me? Also, I'm totally going to lose this game. Like, I actually don't think I can defend this. He's going to go for a balloon, and I can't stop it. This is going to be horrible. Maybe I can go bandit and kill that. I really, really don't like this situation, man. All right, we got to Sus Bush him. We got to Sus Bush because we can't break through any other way, but Sus Bush is so broken that it might not matter. We might just have the entire breakthrough play. All right, we're going to go arrows. How do I defend this? How do I stop this stuff? Bro, stop it. All right, we got to go like Goblin Barrel, but we also have to Sus Bush. There's a lot of different things I need to do, my dudes. We're going to go Goblin Barrel in the back. He's probably going to go Bowler, and then we can Sus Bush him. If the Sus Bush wins the game, that would be so fun. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, Sus Bush. I believe. I believe. NATOing it. He respects it too much. He's got to respect it, though. It makes sense. It makes sense. You got to respect the fact that he respects it. All right, we're going to go Goblin Barrel off to the side. Maybe he messes up and doesn't hit it. And then we Sus Bush again. Sus Bush, W Bush in the chat. W Bush in the comment section. It's going to do it. It's going to do it. He freezes. Oh my gosh, dude. There's no way it forced out the freeze. The Dark Goblin's going to hit the tower. The Spirit Goblin did him dirty. All I need to do is get back to a spell and I win. All I need to do is get back to a spell. The Sus Bush won us this game. Straight up, without it, I wouldn't have been able to break through the bowler and all this annoying stuff. I literally would have lost this game unless I got constant positive elixir trades, baiting out my opponent's spells with the bush. As you can see, this card is so unbelievably unfair in this deck. And Royal Recruits was messing up in every interaction where you were in a 1-1 situation. As soon as you lost the tower, you automatically lost against bowler decks. But no more. This deck can actually beat bowler and some of the hardest counters to it in the entire game. W Bush for making the formerly impossible finally possible. Bash the like button with a bush, subscribe for more daily content, and have an amazing rest of your day.